Just reversing down my driveway. Reversing down my driveway. Ooh. Don't smash into the fence. What's going on, guys? It's Jack here again. Another Drives with Jack. Love these. They're great. Get a bit of personal time. Yeah, today I want to tell you a bit of a story. Do a bit of a story time with Jack. Huh? Now, I'll tell you a bit of a story about how I became interested in the whole online entrepreneur side of things. Oh, also, before I get started, I'm actually doing this a bit different. It's not after gym. I'll do the rest of it after gym, but I'm going to film the first half on the way to the gym. First half on the way to the gym, and then I'll do the rest later. Okay, so I think it's going to be a bit easier than trying to cram it all in one drive. We'll do two. But a bit of a story about how I became interested in the whole online entrepreneur side of things and making a passive income. So I remember it was because I started reading books on it, and the reason that I started getting interested was because I started to get unhappy at my current job, and I was looking for ways. I was like, I was looking at other people being successful, because I used to care a lot about, how other people were doing and, what they had and what they have and things like that. But now I'm totally different. I couldn't care less, and that's what I think the mentality you have to have. But back then, I'd seen all these people, and they were, traveling the world, and they were making this passive income, and they could do it from their laptops and things like that. And this was just on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. And I started seeing it a bit like more and more. And I was like, okay, well, I'll check it out. I'll see what it's all about. Started watching some YouTube videos, different things, selling things here and there. This wasn't Amazon or anything. I had no idea about Amazon at this stage. And I was like, all right, well, I might as well start studying about it, because, making a passive income online or from home seems like, the way to go. And like the whole entrepreneur life seems like the way to go. So I bought a book, and it was called like Secrets of Online Entrepreneurs. And I can't remember where I bought it from. I think it was just a bookstore. It might have actually been at an airport, like the bookstore there, just at our airport when we were flying once. It was like a family trip. And this was probably the start of last year, so the start of 2017. And I got right into the whole entrepreneur side of things, and I started reading it. And it happened to be an Australian book, and I was like, heck yeah, this is even better. And it went through, it was the person who wrote the book went through a whole lot of interviews about, she was interviewing all these successful Australian entrepreneurs who owned all these successful businesses like Catch of the Day. There was like a freelancer business, and there was a few other big ones I can't remember the names of now. But basically she just talked about their mentality and how they got there. And she also spoke about how she started her online business, and how the book started was, I think it was the middle of winter, she said. And she got up, because I think at that point she had a kid. She got up, and her website had been live, because she was offering, I think it was, she was offering like her copywriting, it was like an ebook or something. It was like a copywriting sort of like tutorial or something, and it was like a whole course. And I think she was selling it for a decent amount. It was like $500 or something for the whole course. So she'd made it, and she put it up online. She didn't have to do anything else after she'd obviously put in the work, and she didn't have to do anything else after that. She put it up on her website. She said she went to bed, and when it started selling, she went to sleep one night, and in the morning she opened up her emails and she'd sold a few, and overnight she'd made something like $1,200 to $1,500, something like that. That's what the story went. And honestly, that was in the first chapter. And after I read that, I was basically hooked, because she said I didn't have to do anything. It all went from my laptop, and I made this money while I slept. And once I heard that instantly just hooked me. I was like, this online entrepreneur stuff is literally the way to go. And it's not just because I'm lazy. I love the hard work. I love that side of things, but it's the idea of it. It's the idea of being, financially free and owning an online business and having the entrepreneurial lifestyle. Right, and we're back after gym. So yeah, when I saw that the lady who wrote the book, she'd made, $1,000 to $1,500 overnight, and she woke up to that amount of money. That's when I thought to myself, oh, by the way, we're getting another drink. Yeah, that's it, thanks.
All good, dropping third.
Thanks. The snow light up. Oh my god, it's a glorious day. Life is good. Oh god. Alright, so we're going home first before we meet up with the girlfriend, so we got a bit more talk time. So yeah, when I saw that amount of money that she'd made, I was thinking to myself, this has to be the way to go. Because my whole goal before that, and the thing that really attracted me about this whole entrepreneurship scenario was that, for one, you could work for yourself. Now, I've come out of a family who, a lot of them are business owners. My dad, for instance, and a lot of my uncles are business owners. So I don't just think that it's in my blood, but it's just the idea. Everyone's their own individual self, and they have their own goals and aspirations. Like my sister, for instance, she doesn't want to be a business owner, and I think that's great. She wants to climb up in an organization and make money that way, and I think that's fantastic. And because entrepreneurship's not for everyone, and it's not meant to be for everyone. But if you're someone like me and you want to work for yourself and you want to make a passive income, then those are the types of things that attract me. But yeah, it's the types of things like working for yourself, making a passive income online, all those scenarios are what attract me as someone who likes entrepreneurship. And reading stories like that, low battery, reading stories like that really inspire me. So after I read that book and I read people starting their own businesses and making passive incomes and working from anywhere in the world, that was another thing that attracted me. Was if you're an online entrepreneur, all you need basically is just a laptop and an internet connection, and there are unlimited ways. It all goes with hard work, though. I'm not saying that it's just like a get-rich-quick scheme. They have to be a legitimate business, but it's all legitimate. It all comes down to hard work. But making that passive income online, you can work from anywhere, and that's another thing that attracted me as well. So I read the rest of that book, and soon after I bought another one, and I spent the next 2 to 3 months just reading, and that's all I did. I came home and I read books, and I researched on the internet and on YouTube what you could do to make passive incomes, and one was to build a business, which if you want to build a really big business, you can build an online business. One was things like Shopify, and another one was Amazon. And I didn't look at Amazon until later, because I wasn't sure what it was about, and I just thought, look, it's all in the US, and it's all, I don't know how to get products in. I don't even know where to start. So I tried doing like the online business, and more and more the ideas that I had, you know, they were good, but all the ideas that I had I wasn't as passionate about, because it sort of wasn't leading me towards my end goal. Because I thought about, you know, starting up esports teams, and I thought about, you know, doing all these different things online. And when I finally came back to an Amazon business, I had researched through YouTube and actually found it through a video, and by a guy under the name of Hayden Peddle, and he talked about how he was making money through selling on Amazon. So I thought, okay, all right, you know, this looks interesting, we'll go and check it out. So I looked at more videos, and then he linked to another guy's channel, and this guy's name was Tanner J. Fox, and he had just started making a lot on Amazon, and I mean, like, I think he was up at that point around like 30 to 50,000 a month on Amazon. And I was like, I just thought to myself, you know, is this even real? And I kept looking, kept watching his videos, and I realized that, you know, it wasn't just some kind of scam. It was all legitimate, and he was legitimately sourcing products, and he was getting them into Amazon, selling them for profit. And, you know, the way he did his product research was what made it profitable. And so a little bit later was when he released his course. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to save up some money and buy the course. It was about $660, I think it was, in Australian. So I bought the course, and yeah, did the course. There we go, just pulled up home. I got to charge my phone, and I kept watching his videos, his free content, and I went through the course. And the other way I knew that it wasn't a scam was he had students who had already done the course, and he had students who, you know, it was their first and second month after they got their product in, and they were starting to pull in money in, not 50,000 a month, but they were starting to do 5,000 a month and 10,000 a month. And even at 5,000 a month, that was more than what I was making at my job. So I thought, you know what, let's get into this. This is like a 3-part video. Sorry, I'm a busy man. So, back to what I was saying before. So I took Tanner's course, because I was like, all right, let's get into this. And it was honestly, once I started watching his videos, and once I got his course, started learning more and more, became more apparent what everyone was doing. And the money that not only Tanner was making, but, you know, the guys in his course were making was, you know, it was mind-blowing to me. Because I thought, you know, online entrepreneurs were sort of like, they were all like, I was one of those guys who thought they were all scam artists. Because I was just, you know, the only way I could describe it was I was just blinded, because I didn't think that something like that was possible. But it is. Coming into, you know, we're in 2018 now, it's definitely possible to earn a passive income online. And, you know, I'm only just getting started with Amazon. You know, I could only consider myself a newbie as well. I still want to help people as much as I can from what I've experienced. You know, onto my second product now. I want to launch multiple, you know, I want to have up to 10, you know, 15 products on my Amazon thing, and I want to actually become you know, a person of influence in the Amazon selling sort of scene. So, like I said, you know, the whole point of this, you know, why I started doing Amazon on my YouTube wasn't to, you know, say, oh, I'm an expert in the field or anything. The whole point of me doing, you know, starting Amazon videos on this channel, you know, isn't to say, oh, look at me, look what I've done. It's because I want to document my experience, you know, all my experiences with selling with Amazon. And I definitely haven't, you know, made it in that sense. I've still got a long way to go. I'm not financially free, but I will get there. And the only way for me to do that is to just do it. And I want to bring you guys along the journey with me, because I know that you guys can relate to that. And like I've said in my other videos, if my whole journey and all these videos motivate you to just get started, even if it's not Amazon, if it's just either becoming an entrepreneur or getting out of your current situation in your life, or just something that you want to get started, even if it's play a sport, or if it's even if you wanted to become a professional gamer or something like that, or start a business, if it's anything like that, if I can initiate that, if I can build your confidence up and get you to do that, then that's all I can ever ask for. And it's the reason why I started this YouTube video, not only to document my experiences, not only to have people to relate to something, but to help all my viewers out, help you guys out as much as I can. And once I am more knowledgeable on Amazon, and once I get there, and once I become financially free, if I can build my Amazon business to the point where I'm financially free, and hopefully that'll come in the next few months, then to me I've made it. That's becoming financially free and essentially working for myself. I've made it, and that's what I think. But getting back to it, the whole point of this story is pretty much just letting you guys know that there are ways to change your current situation, and I've learned that myself, and I've seen other people do it. And the main point of what I'm going to say in this video, and what I'm going to say, what I've said in my past videos, and what I'm going to say in my future videos, is to just do it. And if you feel like you're stuck in your current situation, just change it. Just start taking steps and start changing it. And for me personally, that's going to be Amazon, selling on Amazon online. And I know it's the way to go. I feel like, whenever I think about it, I get excited. I get really excited. And I know that, deep down inside, this is one of the steps that I need to take to change my life forever. And that doesn't just come down to money. Obviously, I'm going to need the money that comes from it. But not only is it going to change my financial situation, it's going to change the way that I live completely. And it's going to change the way that I influence people. And like I said before, I'm starting my journey now, so that when I get to that point, people are going to, they're not going to question what's happened, and they're not going to question anything. They can literally watch my whole journey from the start to, when they've found me. Hopefully by then I'll have a few more subscribers than 260 subscribers. But hopefully I can get to that point, and hopefully I can teach a lot of people, about changing their situation. It was a bit of a different video today, but I'm glad if you guys stuck around for this long. I'm glad that you watched this one, and I'm glad if you watch the other ones. I'm glad that you stick around and watch those ones too. It does mean a lot. But like I said, if you have any other questions, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. Like I said, I'm only just starting this journey myself, but we will get there. I know that we will, because I've got tunnel vision on this thing on Amazon, and I'm going to make it work, definitely. But apart from that, guys, like I said, message me through Instagram, comment on my video if you have any questions. But I hope you guys are having a good day. It's late afternoon for me. We're going to see the girlfriend now, and we're going to chill out for a bit. But I hope you guys have a good afternoon, and I will see you guys in the next one.